Take over. First and 10.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The offense lining up for a first down play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Intercepted.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Now on second down. To the air, it's Griffin. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more third down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of the game.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. He's got it. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on third down.
Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And these design QB runs, man, they really test the physicality of this defense. Knowing this quarterback's going to tote the rock, they know that there's now an extra blocker, so somebody on defense is going to have to make a superhuman effort, get off a block and make a play. They could not get that done right.
14, Georgia, 0.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Quickly complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. They'll try to pick up the first. Runs through the tackle. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
I know there are some people that say, no, in your own territory, you punt the football, you be conservative. No, sir. 4th and 1, I'm hitting the gas. All gas, no brakes. I'm going for this. I prepared for it all week. Nice job by the offense getting the first down on 4th and 1.
He's got an open man. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And a really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
The Bulldogs are rolling down the field. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. And the Dogs getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Plows through the defense. And he dropped a quick spin move on him before being dragged down. Solid pickup on the play.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. On 2nd down, looking to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism in his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen on the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Fires into the end zone. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
Alabama.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Back to pass, it's Griffin. Going up top. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he's running in the open. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Alabama! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Texas looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over that field like Bevo in the pregame. They're up 14 over Texas A&M. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Handoff from the shotgun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
On 3rd down, going up top. Fires to the middle. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a 1st down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. On target to the left. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Dogs are moving quickly down the field. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
He lets one fly deep, and they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Throws for the tight end. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now. We got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen warmed up.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get
all kinds of running room. At the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bama!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Georgia, 0.
And he's going to try to return this one. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Got his man. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking for a man, it's Griffin. Looking for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown tie.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
35, Georgia 0.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there?
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Fires to the right. Pulls it in. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
And I like you got the first down of the drive, so maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum.
And it's caught inside the 20. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I don't think they can.
Running toward the tape. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already. Heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Trying to get to him. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. Line getting set on second down. He's going to run it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Griffin. They're trying to get to it. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. He's looking to throw. The sure hands, it's Harper. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking the profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Unloads it left. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
Getting some heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Fair catch called for and made. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinals son. No better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute that.
Boy, his freshman quarterback has a host, and he's seen that thing in there. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. finds his man in the middle. At the 35, he's loose. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
You know, athletic tight ends today are such a premium in college football. Not only can these guys block, but you see this tight end and his ability in the open field, the wiggle that he has to make people miss.
Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
To the air, it's Griffin. He's got his man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Motion from the offense. Using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. Quick completion to the right. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires into traffic, picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
3rd and Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense is trying to force it, trying to get that first down, makes the big mistake.
Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. Hauled down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. On 1st and 10 from the 38. He's going to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the defense doing work.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Notre Dame is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far in South Bend. They're up by just 1 over Louisville. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. New set of downs after that completion. Going up top on first down. Firing to the right, complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He makes the catch. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
They're bringing heat. Going to try to get it himself. Oh, the ball's out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. I guess in this case, the scramble giveth and the scramble taketh away, and the ball was taken away.
And I'm not sure if he just didn't see an open guy downfield or if his receivers didn't do a good enough job on the scramble rule getting open. But at the end, quarterback held on to it way too long. That allowed the defense to catch up to him and create the takeaway.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Dropping back, it's Griffin. Another incompletion on third down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Slips through the line. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the bootleg and rolling out. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Coming after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll go back to the air on second down. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
third quarter. With the score, Alabama 45, Georgia 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Running back on the ball carrier. Picks up 1. Second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Just feeds the running back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They'll have to get it to the 37 on third down. Here's the handoff. Able to fight his way ahead for a pickup of 4, but they're still left with a 4th and 2. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Trying to show their strength with the run on 4th down. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. It's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Comes out throwing on first down. Pulls it in. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. The aerial assault continues. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Leaves it with the running back. At the 35, he's open. Hit the afterburners, kid. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They want that clock to run. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. A little less room to work with now. The ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Griffin. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse. Fires and picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Wants to throw on second down. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Weston. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. On the move. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit.
Touchdown, Alabama! And the beatdown has ensued. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today. And
Going to take a shot at this DB. Snags it down the right side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. He's going to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He's looking for a man on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll just keep slinging it. Pressure coming. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Just 1 for 3 on 4th down so far in this one, but they'll stay on the field and try to convert here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's It's incomplete and the defense holds.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
Stands in and takes the hit. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air. It's Griffin. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Then how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to get behind the defense. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Yeah, and until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Touchdown, Bama! And the punishment has been extended. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. It's complete to the right. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. A 1st down for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. And it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
Into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. After this, it'll be a wrap. Dropping back, it's Griffin. Looking to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he makes the extra point.
67, Georgia, 7.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation.